Welcome to A Step Beyond, a program that helps ordinary people like you and me to get out of their comfort zone and do something that is satisfying, exciting, and memorable. I promise you. Something that will change our entire life onwards. I'm your host, Vinod Maverick Kaul. Consider this: you get an excellent professional job and you think your life is made. It consumes all your time and energy, but still you're not satisfied. Something is still missing. What do you do? That's just what happened to Navneet Virk. She became a CA in a multinational company. Imagine. But was that enough to fill her mind and values? Innocuously, she bought a camera with her first salary and started photographing everything that caught her fancy. That's when she discovered the beauties of nature and our colorful feathered friends. Soon enough, she was spending every weekend, every holiday in nature parks with her meter-long camera in tow. The rest is her story. You have the picture now. So over to Navneet Virk at the Bondsea Nature Park in Haryana, India, and her world of bird photography. Shall we disturb her? Hey Navneet, have you got a minute, please?
Hi, Vinod. Good to see you here.
Yeah,
Yes, sure.
I was told this is the best place to catch you on a Saturday.
Indeed, actually, I have been coming here for last few weeks. I being a nature lover and I'm a bird photographer as well. So most of my Saturdays, Sundays and holidays go into, you know, reaching those places and watching birds.
Great environment, sound of birds and tweeting and whatnot.
Yes, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. So Navneet, how do you identify yourself? You're doing many things. So are you a business professional with a hobby? Do you see yourself as a photographer or a naturalist?
Vinod, I would call myself a professional with a hobby because this is not my job. This is my passion. So I'm a full-time professional. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm working in a MNC, and only on holidays I get to, do the things which I love the most, which is following my passion of birding. Going to different places and exploring those places. So yes.
Oh, sounds wonderful. How and when did it all begin, Navneet? What drew you to photography in general and birds in particular?
Uh, as long as I remember, Vinod, I have always been fascinated by photographs because, photograph is not just one clip. It has a story to tell. There is something before and after a photograph. And since my childhood, I have been seeing photographs and I was so fascinated by photographs. Then, with my first salary, even I bought a camera. That was the costliest thing that I bought from my first job salary. And since then I have been photographing, but it was, I think, in 2015 or 2016 when I got to know that there are different genres of photography which people pursue. Before that I only knew the wedding photographs or the passport size photographs, we used to get from in the studio.
Right.
But then I started exploring and found out there are, different branches of photography like nature photography, wildlife, portraits, wedding, and so on. So I, being a nature lover, I was most, excited to pursue this.
Yeah, sounds fascinating. So, through this sort of hobby, do you have a perspective that you want to communicate to the world?
Um, to be frank, no, I don't have any agenda or a specific story to tell. I believe that, universe has something to say through you, and whatever story universe wants to be told through me, it will be, either spoken through my lens or my pen. So but being a nature lover, I think it's very important that if I'm doing something like a bird photography, I can connect people to it, and I can, connect people to biodiversity. So that's the, I think, hidden agenda maybe of universe.
Very relevant today with global warming and all sorts of climate
Hmm.
change and issues. So,
True.
what are the challenges in what you are doing, and how do you balance home, work? Uh, since you are a CA, and I'm sure that is also very demanding. How do you manage all these things? What are your challenges?
um, so Vinod, I would say that, challenges will be everywhere, but I do not really look at them as challenges. One, when you are following your passion, you are so much into it, then you do not feel like it, anything as a barrier. You just, go through your path. You take the first step, and then you follow the path. And I being a working professional, so, and I'm working 5 days a week, so I still get 2 days in a week to, follow my passion, and then there are holidays, so I can do my thing on those days. So it's working pretty fine for me.
Okay, fine. Sounds easy, but I'm sure it's a lot is involved in that. Um, so, show us your equipment. That looks like a pretty fancy and probably very expensive camera. So, what are the sort of equipment you
Mhm.
need, and how do you proceed to take a shot?
Sure. So yeah, there are different companies, who are making the cameras. So this is a Nikon Z7 Mark II camera, and accompanied with 200 500 zoom.
That's a
So
huge lens,
yes, it's a
powerful
huge
lens.
lens, and these kind of lens are used for, capturing the subjects which are far, at a far off place. And for bird photography, this is a very good lens. So yeah, this is my constant companion.
Okay, where do you go from here? Years down the line, what is next on your agenda?
uh, Again, I would
You've
say,
been shooting other things also. I saw
mhm,
some photography on the
yes,
farmers' agitation and things like
yes,
that.
yes, yes. So actually, I do not have any agenda, to be honest. I'm just, flowing with time. I'm flowing with the flow. Whatever attracts me, whatever I can't ignore, I I start capturing that. So as you just mentioned that, a few years back I was doing stories on people, was documenting the general lives of people, or doing portraits, street, and in last 2 to 3 years I am more inclined towards nature. So I think after COVID-19 lockdown, I just saw myself being more going into nature, and observing biodiversity, birds, wildlife, meeting strangers and doing their stories. So this is something that I have been doing in last 2 3 years, and I'm still, not done with this. I want to explore more. I want to know more about the birds and their lives, and how they migrate from one place to another, and what are the reasons behind that, and then photographing them. It's really very interesting.
Sounds like you're enjoying yourself. What is your advice to our audience if they want to follow you or do something similar?
I would just say that do also the things which make you happy, because everyone will have something that, they earn their living from. But do things that make you happy. It could be a hobby, it could be a passion, and most important is there is no age bar to learn new things. And just take the first step. Don't worry about, where will you reach and how will you do about it. Just take the first step, and then you will see the path. So yeah, yeah, just I would just say that.
Okay, thank you, Navneet. Great to take a break, and I'm sorry I disturbed you in the middle of your shot.
I'm
Uh,
very happy to see you here, and I'm hoping that you will be enjoying this place.
yes, definitely, the environment is fantastic. And hey, audience, what are you doing sitting on your backside? Do something like Navneet. Look at your passion, whether it's birding or something else.
Yes.
Get out of your comfort zone and do something and follow your passion.